Okay, hi guys. Right, chapter 14, losses. I thought chapter 14 was something else. I thought losses were chapter 15. Chapter 14, losses. So let's go. So some key differences to the Soul Trader, and I think it's good to I try and highlight them as I go along to kind of get you remembering. But these are a staple part of the exam. So and I guess for work, for practice, you have to deal with it. Um, so let's kick off straight away. Let's go. Where are we? Let's kick off straight away. So we will be looking at a number of things. So of course a loss arises. So we're going to start off with trading losses, right? And that's classic. That's the first thing you always do with trading. And the question always is, can I do with these trading losses? Can I offset them against all the rest of the income? Can I carry forward? What can I carry forward? Can I carry forward against all the other income? Can I carry back against all the other income? That's always if you break it up that way, you're always sort of thinking about it. Think of companies as big lobby groups, so they're able to do a bit more than sole traders, if that helps. Okay, great. So a trading loss arises when, of course, they tax adjust the trading profit after capital allowances. We'll see up here, we don't use capital allowances. I don't think you're examined so much on it. I think you just have to know that you can use capital allowances you can, if you like, defer capital allowances. But let's just, for now, assume that, for example, so what we're really saying is, I don't know, you made an adjusted trading profit of 10,000 and your capital allowances were 30. So that could take you nicely into a loss of 20 grand. So that's what we're talking about here. So what are your options? A bit more straightforward than the individual. So here for your company, typically, again, what does line up, and I keep trying to reference and line that up with your sole trader, when you carry forward, you can only use them against trading income from the same trade. And this is automatic. This will happen automatically. And just to highlight this, you even being able to use any trading loss in your year, you need to make a claim. Right? You actually have to ask for it or tick a box, so to speak. So you can't, it doesn't naturally do that. What it wants to do is to push it forward against trading income. I highlight that, against trading income of the same trade. And you can't sort of restrict it, right? And that's the key point. So that's your first big option. I think we see a question on it, first of all. So kind of park that, make sure you're happy with that. And this is where QCDs start coming into play. So imagine you had, I don't know, trading losses. I'm just making this up, of 50,000. These are losses. And imagine you have, so property, chargeable gains, whatever, of 50,000. And then you had these QCDs, you had made some donations of, I don't know, 40,000. So in your mind, you're thinking, well, this is a loss of 50,000. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful this forward? And then 50,000 minus the 40,000, I only pay tax on 10. No, they're like, if you want to use this 50,000 in your year, well, let me rephrase that. You could say, okay, I'll do 50,000 minus 40,000. I have 10,000 left. Then I'll use it against some of this 50,000 and then carry forward 40,000. Like, no, you have to use the 50,000, all of it here, against your income, if you like, offset against total profits before QCDs. So if I wipe this out now, this 40,000 is useless because there's nothing to use it against, right? I can't carry. So that's really the moral of the story. Okay, great. So QCDs may be wasted if you decide to offset. Options are, your options, carry current year, of course, year only, and you get back only 12 months. So there's none of this kind of sort of carrying back for whatever period of time. You can only carry back 12 months and then carry on carrying forward. And then, of course, we have something similar when it comes to terminal. We'll see that as we go on. So really with your, and here's the thing, you have to use it in your current year first, if you like. So it says options are current year only, or, you see, or current year, then carry back. So you must use it in your current year. So you can do current year and then go forward. If you want to go, you have to use it in your current year first before you go back. If you remember, if you're sole trader, you have the option of sort of dancing around whether or not you did it in your year first, or you went to the back and then you went forward. So if that helps, that's sort of there to think about. Okay, great. Of course, like all things, it's just doing as many examples. So please do this first question as practice for yourself. I mean, I'm just going to lay it out so you can sort of see what's going on. But here we are. We have 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's telling, I mean, without wanting to do the whole thing, what you want to do is, in 16, it tells you have a loss of, a trading loss anyway, of 41, so you have nothing there. But then in 17, it says you have 11,500. Then it says here you have 19,200, 21, 750s. And like I said, as it tells you that no claim is made, the assumption is that you're not using it again. So let me just change my pen color again. Change that to blue. It says you also have interest income of 2,200 and 7,100 each year. You have this 2,200, 7,100, 2,200, 7,100, 2,200, 7,100. And then you also have these QCDs here of 1,500, 1,500. So hopefully you'll get what's going on here, 1,500, right? So I'm not going to finish this, but the argument here is that this loss of we can't, since you haven't made a claim, you will have to just carry it forward using it against, just carrying on using it as much as you can as you keep going. So probably, of course, I imagine we'll wipe this out and wipe this out. I don't know if you'll have enough to wipe all of this out, but I'm sure you can do it and see what's going on. And you can see automatically this now this can be used. Of course, these QCDs can be used against this, of course. And unfortunately here, of course, no, sorry, what am I saying? You have this. This can be used against this QCDs. This can be used against this QCDs. So you can use, in this question, you can actually use QCDs. Your QCDs aren't wasted, if you like. Okay, great. That's the end of that video. This is just fundamentally on us. It's talking about just carrying forward, if you like, our trading against trading income. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, see you in the next video.